The impact of Thor's mighty hammer is causing shockwaves across the entire Marvel universe. An upcoming episode of Marvel's TV series Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will deal with the aftermath of the events depicted in the new film, Thor: The Dark World. The episode, titled The Well, will see Agent Coulson and his team pick up the pieces left over from Thor's climactic battle on Earth against the powerful Dark Elves and their leader, Malekith the Accursed.
So you've been briefed?
Thor won't be around to help because the episode isn't expected to feature any of the actors from the Dark World. The godly new superhero movie will strike theaters this Friday, and we'll have more behind-the-scenes details before then. The follow-up episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will hit the airwaves on November 19th. And one of Asgard's mightiest warriors might be headed to the DC Comics universe. Thor: The Dark World co-star Jamie Alexander has revealed that she's in talks to appear in the highly anticipated Batman vs. Superman movie. She hasn't said what role she's up for, but if you're thinking she'd be perfect for Wonder Woman, guess again. Latino Review reports that she's in talks to play the love interest of Batman, who you may have heard is being played by Argo's Ben Affleck. We'll let you know if any official details come in. It's still unclear if Wonder Woman will appear in Batman vs. Superman or not. Warner Brothers executive Greg Silverman recently said that they need to start focusing on a wider variety of characters, including Wonder Woman, but there's no word yet on when she'll make her next appearance. Batman will take on Superman in summer 2015. Grand Theft Auto Online players are finally getting their first big paycheck this week. Last month, Rockstar Games announced that all players would be getting $500,000 of in-game money. Known as the Online Stimulus, it's Rockstar's way of apologizing for the game-crippling glitches that plagued GTA Online in its first few weeks. The first payout was expected in mid-October, but it was pushed back several times. Now, Rockstar says players will be getting the first half of the money this week, following the next title update that will fix a few more glitches. Along with the stimulus cash, new content is coming later this month, including the Beach Bum Pack that will add more vehicles and weapons. An online content creator is also coming, which means players will be able to make their own death matches and races and then take on their friends. All of that will be available for free. The Xbox One game, Rise, Son of Rome, is getting a live-action web series. It's known as Rise, Son of Rome: The Fall and is told through the eyes of the game's hero, the Roman general Marius Titus. Audiences will get to see the events that send him on a bloody path of vengeance in the game, with plenty of ancient combat and drama.
He is basically a legionnaire that sees his family murdered in front of him. So he goes on this quest for revenge to find the people that killed his family. And the idea behind Marius is that he is through and through a Roman soldier. Like his brothers are his legionnaires, and he goes from being a warrior to a leader of men.
The first episode of the web series is available now on Machinima. Rise, Son of Rome: The Game is a launch title for the Xbox One, which hits stores on November 22nd. If you think your fingers leave marks on the iPad, imagine what a set of adamantium claws would do. Fox has released the Wolverine Multi-Touch Experience. It's an interactive digital book available from Apple's iBookstore, chronicling the making of the recent X-Men movie. Fans will get to flick their way through exclusive behind-the-scenes footage, pre-viz concept art, and interactive blueprints that show you how the film was made. This should tide mutants over until the Wolverine sinks its claws into Blu-ray on December 3rd.
What kind of monster are you? The Wolverine.
Don't forget that Wolverine will be back in the next X-Men movie, Days of Future Past, which unites all of your favorite mutants in theaters next summer.
We need you to hope again.
It looks like the USS Enterprise is getting closer to finding a new captain. Director J.J. Abrams will not be able to helm the next Star Trek film because he's too busy in the galaxy far, far away. Several names for potential replacements have surfaced, and now multiple sources report that Paramount Pictures has chosen Attack the Block director Joe Cornish for duty. If he accepts the mission, it will only be his second time in the captain's chair of a major motion picture, but he has written several big films, including The Adventures of Tintin and Marvel's upcoming Ant-Man. J.J. Abrams and his team are staying on as producers, with Roberto Orci and Alex Kurtzman once again working on the script. The story is expected to see the bumpy-headed Klingons play a bigger role this time around, with the villain from the last film, Benedict Cumberbatch, returning to unleash more wrath.
I thought he was helping us.
I'm pretty sure we're helping him.
The new Star Trek adventure is expected to leave space dock in 2016, just in time for the 50th anniversary of the franchise.
Now, shall we begin?